channel members, I wanted to lead with this in case you weren't aware of it. And one of the reasons I definitely wanted to highlight this is there have not even been 1,200 views of this post. So if you're not aware of it, this is a company that NIO invested in. They also are working very closely with them in the Hefei area on chips and the chip development and synergy and deployment and strategies. But in this case, they started trading on Monday and had a huge day. And here we are, it's Tuesday, July 28th, 2026. And we already have some of the fear mongering here in the US happening. I'll show you that in just a second. This is a reference from the article, though. In the automotive sector, they talk about NIO and Xiaomi and Chery each subscribing and investing. So each company received about 18.24 million shares, and there's an 18-month lockup period. So although NIO is up very nicely in this investment already, they probably won't be doing anything. I don't even think they'll do anything after the 18 months, and hopefully they won't have to because they'll already be profitable on their own. But I also want to come down and share a couple other things from the article, because this is an important point of reference. NIO being among the new energy vehicle manufacturers with the closest cooperation with CXMT, that's the ticker they trade under. This is, and I've talked about this before, but I think it's still flying under the radar for some. Leveraging the industrial ecosystem in Hefei, the two companies have worked together on automotive memory supply, and basically NIO is already using some of their chips. But even more than that, in addition, NIO's self-developed intelligent driving chip is also compatible with the memory chip that CXMT is doing. So they are working closely and they are in this close proximity together. So from a supply chain standpoint, this is a big boost for NIO. So very happy to not only see them invest, but also working closely together. And of course, you know, it is nice that the investment is up. And now let's get to the fear mongering, shall we? Now, this is just from today, on Tuesday, July 20th. It didn't take long for this to happen. U.S. lawmakers seek national security probe of Chinese chip giant CXMT after blockbuster IPO. And here's what's funny to me. I saw that after such a successful debut, the employees of this company, CXMT, are getting a huge bonus, like a $5 billion bonus. I didn't look at the specifics, so I can't break that down, but I just thought, wow, how different is that compared to how the businesses and the the corporates here in the US do things. But I also want to share a couple of other things kind of related and in tandem with this, going back a month or two, in case you haven't seen them. And by the way, although I'm doing this initially for channel members here, and I'll release this on Tuesday, I'll probably release it on Wednesday for the public so that other NIO folks can see and have this awareness in case they don't already know. So anyway, let me keep it moving. I don't want this to go too long, and it easily could with me sometimes blabbing on far too much. This is another article. Again, we're going back a little bit in time, the last couple of months. This is an important breakdown and a great article by CNV Home on Ren Xiaoqing, who is one of the secrets to NIO being a leader, if not the leader, with autonomous driving. But they're still coming out with their updates, and so we've got to wait longer before they will ultimately flex what they're really capable of. But this is the one I wanted to highlight in case you just want to get into the article and not read the whole thing. This is one of the things I would look at and did, because it is kind of, it ties in with this synergy and how all the supply chain and the way that I think NIO wants to move within this space moving forward. So that's why I wanted to highlight that. Now, this is also fun. This is, again, going back a little bit, that Tesla, and again, the irony to me, the irony abounds. It's crazy how differently Tesla gets treated here in the US by being able to do pretty much whatever they want. But in China, and look, as an American, this is so not just disappointing, this is disgusting to me that we don't have the same standards for these companies that they do in China. This really makes us look bad. which also maybe explains why the fear mongering, all this stuff is going on with the geopolitical BS. Excuse me for being a little direct, but it's just what it is. I don't like what I'm seeing. This is what Tesla's having to do. They're having to work around and rename their full self-driving because it's not full self-driving. It never has been. And as an L2 driver assistance and trying to operate this in China, they're banned from using misleading buzzwords like what they're allowed to do and have done for years here in the US, like autonomous driving, fully automated, driverless, or hands-free. How sad is it that Tesla is actually being held to a higher standard in China than they are here, and they're getting away with so much stuff that they shouldn't here in the US. I almost said BS again. Oh, well, I just did there. Anyway, so I just want to point that out because it's such a disappointment to see the hypocrisy. And as an American, it disgusts me, frankly. So it's disappointing. We should be able to compete and not have to cheat or allow some to break the rules and get away with it while other countries are actually holding them accountable. This, by the way, as I'm going to cut myself off from my little tangent, this is CXMT's site. If you want to check out more about them, I wanted to share that now for that as well. I have no idea how long this video went. Let me look. Okay, good. I'm under 8 minutes, so it'll be short-ish. And also, channel members, I apologize because the next video I wanted to do for you all was going to be the one talking about William Li and the mistakes that he's made. But I'll try to make that the next channel member video that I do, because this was sort of on a time crunch with this recent breaking news here on Tuesday, following the very strong listing and surge. And I looked, it was down a little bit today. I checked in the middle of the night, but I didn't look at where it closed or anything. But again, NIO, at least, we'll be holding a position for 18 months, if not longer. And I won't be surprised if they just hold. And if both companies are very profitable, that should be beneficial to all. So anyway, let me get this thing up and out as soon as possible. Have a great day or night whenever you see it. I'll see y'all again very soon.